Shabbat Shalom. All praises, honor, and glorification unto our power. Call Halaim La Allahayana wa Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Harakakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations as well as health and wellness unto the hopeful elect of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai scattered across the earth. This is your brother Allah coming to you with another lesson. And Lord willing, this lesson will be entitled Mirth Shall Cease, Judgment of the Lord. And Lord willing, the elect of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai be edified. And pretty much I have a clip that I just ran across on the CNN app, right? CNN News. And then I want to, improvise on it or elaborate upon it rather. Furthermore with the scriptures, because I saw this, then a whole bunch of scriptures just, as you see here within my notes, So, once again, regarding the title, Mirth shall cease, Judgment of the Lord, right? And as a result of the judgments that the Lord has ordained and destined to come upon this place, and not just within America, but, all around the world, but it's going to be at a very high level within Babylon the Great, which is America. And like I said, as a result of these different judgments, you have what? Sorrow. You have the process or you have the fact that mirth is going to cease, right? The deterioration of mirth, right? So, Lord willing, you can hear the audio, but just in case you can't, Lord willing, I'll put the link in the description to this video that you see on the screen. So let's get into it. Bear with me. Uh-oh. So you saw it, and this is from 2 hours ago, right? So and the article is entitled "Fire at Popular Nightclub Leaves 14 Dead," right? You know, so that's pretty much it on that. And knowing the scriptures, we know that was judgment of the Lord. Right? So, hold tight, Salaki. Right? So, yeah, Salaki for that. So yeah, mirth shall cease, judgment of the Lord. So, the first scripture that I want to give is the book of Jeremiah, the 16th chapter. in verse, let's see, I'll start at verse 8. Thou shalt not go also into the house of feasting to sit with them to eat and to drink, right? And ultimately, regarding that, don't be, we are not to be in the spirit of mirth, you know, right? Let me see, not to say that you can't go out and eat, you know, but you don't want to be in the spirit of mirth. You want to, you know, let's see, no, that's not it. Damn it. Fools. Let's see. Let me just do this. House of Mirth. Here we go. The Wadi Halba Shini Awashai. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter and the 3rd verse. Actually, let me start at 2. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Verse 3. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. You see? So there you go. You know. So we ought not to be in within the house of mirth, but rather in the house of mourning, which is the house that the wise are in, as we just read. So let me go back. I think I finished that though. Oh no. Okay, Jeremiah 16:9. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel. Behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes and in your days the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride. And that's it on that. It's going into something else after that, which is beautiful, you know. Haven't read that in a while. Salakia for any noise in the background. You know what? Let me bear with me. All right, so Lord willing, the audio is still working. Bear with me. All right, so let me get the book. Let's see what's next. Okay, let me get the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him, privately saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? See, so when it says the end of the world, that's not speaking of the end of the actual earth, but rather that's speaking of the end of an age, wherein is the rulership of Esau Edom, which is the so-called white man, right? And I have in my notes here, the whole world is not going to be destroyed. This world, this word world goes into the meanings period of time, age, etc. So we are approaching the end of Esau, Edom's age, referring to second Esdras 6 and 9. But before getting second Esdras the 6th chapter and the 9th verse, to prove that it's not speaking of the actual earth, right, and to prove that the earth will never come to a knot. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, the 1st chapter and the 4th verse. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. Abideth meaning remaineth, stayeth, so on and so forth. You know, so the earth will never come, the actual earth will never come to a knot, right? This is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, see, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, you see. Which just shows us who will be in rulership, in the last days, This shows us. So when you have people saying, well, the basically the Edomites don't exist anymore, that's straight bullshit, right? The kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushai hasn't been established, you know. So we're not, so Esau is still here, man. Now there will come a time when there is no more Edomites, right? But that's after the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is established, right? You know, and even after that, a period of time after that, right? You know, I don't want to speak too much on it. I have to review that matter, right? But let's see. So next, let me go back to Matthew the 24th chapter and continue within that. Matthew 24 and 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. See, because as a result of these judgments that the Lord has brought, because these things are taking place, famine, pestilences, earthquakes, you know, nation rising against nation, not at its max level, but you see, what do we hear? We hear rumors of wars, right? You had the so-called Israelite force, if you will, killed an Islamic leader, right? I saw that too. I ran across it. I may be able to pull it back up. Let me see. CNN. Let's see if it comes back up. It should. I think it was right here. Bear with me, Baba Shah. No, shit. Okay, you know what I'll do? Here you go. This is from August 5th, right? So it says Israelite airstrikes in Gaza killed 9, including senior Islamic Ihad leader, right? So you do have, I mean, you see it, it's plain. And then what do you have? You have the contention between China, Taiwan, and the U.S., right? Because of what is it, Pelosi? Let me see, Pelosi. If I'm saying that, am I saying that? Pelosi, or is it Pelosi? Okay, well, it's something like that, right? But continuing on, let's see. Yep, all these are the beginning of sorrow. So next, let me get the book of Second Esdras, the 16th chapter, and the 18th verse. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Right, verse 20. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Right? See? So as a result of these judgments, once again, that the Lord has ordained to come upon the earth, you're going to have sorrow, right? Sorrow is that result, right? You know? And as you saw within the clip, right? Uh, at the nightclub in Thailand, let me bring it back. Let me bring it back. Yep. It's a nightclub, so they're obviously clubbing, you know, right? Partying in that spirit of mirth. And you see what the Lord did. 14 dead. 14 dead. And then you had others that were just injured, right? Wounded, rather. Because the scriptures say, he woundeth and his hands make whole, right? So, next, let me get the book of 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter, and the 5th verse. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Why? For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the hurtful works are fulfilled. You see? Let me jump down to the 14th verse. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, woe meaning utter destruction. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, which the modern day sword is the gun, right? The firearm. Although you do have actual swords, right? You know, knives, etc., or etc. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the swords, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation, Salakia. So, Lord willing, I'll end it with this. Matter of fact, some more scriptures just came to my mind. So, let me get this. Isaiah 55 and 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. And yeah, Lord willing, I'll end it with that. So with that, Lord willing, you were edified. Once again and forever, all praises, honor, and glorification unto our power. Call Halim La Alahayin Awa Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Harakak Wadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations as well as health and wellness unto the hopeful elect of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai scattered across the earth. See you in the next lesson, Lord willing. Wa Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Babu Kasha Abba Babor. Wa Shalom. DTA soon.